And we are back to another episode of What Did AI Say? This is episode number 35 at VickyL-4AI. Thank you so very much for coming back to the podcast. It's truly appreciated. Gratitude is the attitude. Let's go ahead and jump right into today's question. As always, we're going to start with Chatgpt. And the question is, what is the Buddhist understanding of karma? This is a really good one. So many people don't fully understand what karma actually is. So let's go ahead and see what Chatgpt had to say. In Buddhism, karma, karma, is a core concept, but it's often misunderstood. Many people think karma simply means fate, or what goes around comes around. But Buddhist teachings explain it in a much deeper and more precise way. Here's a clear breakdown. 1. Karma means action, not just results. The word karma literally means action or deed. In Buddhism, karma specifically refers to intentional actions of body, speech, and mind. Intention, cetana, is key. Intention is key. It is volition, monks, that I call karma. The Buddha Anguttara Nikaya 663. This means that only actions done with conscious intent create karmic consequences. Let's repeat that again. Only actions done with conscious intent create karmic consequences. For example, accidentally stepping on an insect doesn't create bad karma because there was no intention to harm. Deliberately harming someone does create negative karma because there was willful intent. Number 2, karma is cause. Vipka is result. In Buddhism, karma is the cause, while vipka or phala is the result or fruit of that action. Example, if you plant an apple seed, karma, eventually an apple tree grows, vipka. The seed doesn't immediately become a tree. Conditions must be right for it to grow. Similarly, past actions ripen when circumstances align. 3. Karma shapes your present and future. Buddhists believe our intentional actions shape our character and habits in this life. If you repeatedly act with kindness, you strengthen compassion in your mind. Influence future experiences, even across lifetimes through rebirth. Negative actions may bring suffering later. Positive actions bring happiness. However, karma is not deterministic. Deterministic. I think I pronounced that right. Okay, page 2. It's more like a field of possibilities that you've sown. I like that. You still have free will and can change course through present actions and awareness. Number 4, types of karma. Buddhist texts categorize karma in different ways. A common division is wholesome karma. Kusala karma leads to beneficial results such as happiness, peace, favorable rebirth. Unwholesome karma, akusala karma, leads to suffering, confusion, unfavorable rebirth. Natural karma, avikata karma, actions without moral weight like breathing or walking. Okay. 5. Karma works through mental states. It's not just about what you do, but also why you do it. Greed, hatred, and delusion create unwholesome karma. Unwholesome karma is akusala karma. Generosity, loving kindness, and wisdom create wholesome karma, which is kusala karma. 2 people could do the same outward act, but generate very different karma depending on their intention. And nobody knows your intention but you. For example, giving food to someone to genuinely help creates good karma. Giving food to manipulate or gain status creates mixed or negative karma. 6. Karma and rebirth. In Buddhism, karma helps explain rebirth. When you die, the momentum of your karmic energy influences the conditions of your next life. This isn't about a permanent soul moving on. Rather, it's like a flame lighting another flame. That's a very good analogy. A continuity of cause and effect. That was a good analogy. Okay, 7. Karma is not punishment or reward. A key distinction from some religious views. There is no divine judge handing out rewards or punishments. Karma is impersonal, natural law like gravity. If you drop a rock, it falls because of natural forces, not because the universe is pushing you. Similarly, actions bring results naturally without judgment. Okay, that was good. Last but not least part. Practical teaching, karma and liberation. By understanding karma, Buddhists learn to take responsibility for their lives. Through ethical conduct, meditation, and wisdom, one can purify karma and eventually break free from the cycle of rebirth, samsara. Enlightenment. Nirvana ends the creation of new karma because there is no longer clinging, craving, or ignorance driving intentional actions. Okay, so here is Chatgpt's summary. Buddhism sees karma as intentional action of body, speech, and mind, a natural cause and effect process, not divine reward or punishment, something that shapes both present habits and future experiences, including rebirth, a teaching that encourages mindfulness, compassion, and ethical living, ultimately leading to liberation. And keep in mind that Chatgpt can go deeper, so can Deepseek. Okay, so that was the summary for Chatgpt. Let's go ahead and move on to see what Deepseek had to say. And this is kind of long as well. Okay, here we go. What is the question again? Just a reminder. What is the Buddhist understanding of karma? Of course, the Buddhist understanding of karma is a nuanced and fundamental principle that is often simplified or misunderstood in popular culture. It is not a system of reward and punishment administered by a god, but rather a natural law of cause and effect. Here's a detailed breakdown of the Buddhist view of karma. Core meaning, action, not fate. The word karma, Pali kama, literally means action or deed. It specifically refers to intentional, volitional actions, what we do, what we say, what we think, with a purpose or intention behind it. The core principle is encapsulated in this famous verse from the Buddha. Intention, I tell you, is karma. Intending, one does karma by way of body, speech, and intellect. Anguttara Nikaya 663. This means that a random, unintentional action, like accidentally stepping on an insect, same analogy used, does not generate the same karmic weight as an intentional one, like killing it out of malice. Okay, how it works. The mechanism of cause and effect. Karma is often described as a seed. Volitional actions are like planting seeds. The results of those actions, called vipka, ripening, or phala, fruit, will ripen in the future under the right conditions. 1. Moral quality. Actions are categorized by their root intention. Wholesome, skillful, kusala. Actions rooted in generosity, DNA, loving kindness, met, and wisdom, pan. These lead to pleasant, favorable results. Unwholesome, unskillful, akusala, actions rooted in greed, lapha, hatred, dosa, and delusion, moha. These lead to unpleasant, unfavorable results. 2. The results are not a 1-1 reward punishment. The result is not a cosmic judgment, but a natural consequence that shapes your experience. For example, an act of generosity, giving, plants a seed that ripens as future wealth or receiving help when needed. The result is not that God rewards you with money, but that the mental habit of non attachment and generosity creates conditions of abundance. Okay, let me repeat that. An act of generosity plants a seed that ripens as future wealth or receiving help when needed. The result is not that God rewards you with money, but that the mental habit of non attachment and generosity creates conditions for abundance. An act of hatred, insulting someone, plants a seed that ripens as a future experience of being disliked or receiving hostility. It reinforces a hostile mindset, making you perceive the world as a more hostile place. Ooh, we got a lot of that going on. Okay, key characteristics of karma in Buddhism. It is not predetermined or fatalistic. This is a crucial point. Your past karma influences your present circumstances, but it does not dictate your every move. Your present moment intentional actions are the most important karma you are creating. You have the free will to change your future trajectory right now by choosing skillful actions. The past conditions the present, but the present shapes the future. The past conditions the present, but the present shapes the future. It is not a theory of a soul being punished. Since Buddhism does not believe in a permanent, unchanging soul, anatta, karma is not about punishing one entity for the deeds of a past one. Instead, it's a continuous process of a flowing stream of consciousness where one moment influences the next. It's like a flame being passed from one candle to another. They're not the same flame, but they are not unrelated either. It operates over multiple lifetimes. Karma is the engine of samsara, the cycle of rebirth. The accumulated karma of this life and previous lives determines the realm of your next rebirth: human, animal, deva, etc., and the general conditions of that life: health, wealth, longevity. The ultimate goal in Buddhism is to escape the cycle of samsara altogether by attaining nirvana. And we already did an episode on nirvana, so if you don't remember that, go back and check it out, please. Which is achieved by extinguishing all karmic potentials through enlightenment. Its results are variable. Not all karma ripens at the same time. Some ripens in this life, some in the next life, and some in lives long after that. The strength of the result depends on factors like the intensity of the intention, the frequency of the action, and whether the action was performed towards someone who deserves great merit, like a parent or a spiritual teacher. Whew, that's a lot. Okay, here we go. The 12 links of dependent origination. Karma is deeply embedded in the Buddhist doctrine of, oh my gosh, I am not going to get this, Mukta, dependent origination, which explains how suffering arises. The key links in this chain are: 1, ignorance, not seeing the true nature of reality; 2, volitional formations, sankhara, this is karma; 3, consciousness, or so on, leading to birth, aging, and death. This shows that karma is the second link, born from ignorance, and is the driving force that propels consciousness into a new existence. Whoa. Okay, here's a summary. What karma is and is not. Karma is a natural law of cause and effect like gravity. Focused on intention behind an action. You have free will in the present moment. A process that shapes future experiences. Something that applies to a permanent soul. It's a process, not an entity. Karma is not a system of judgment by a god or gods. It's not about fate or predestination. A punishment or a reward for past deeds in a simplistic sense. Okay, that's it. Okay, let's get to, is there a summary for this one? Changeable. Changeable. Through present moment skillful action. Okay, immediate result can take time to ripen. Okay, in essence, the Buddhist understanding of karma is a call to personal responsibility. The Buddhist understanding of karma is a call to personal responsibility. It places the power to shape your future in this life and the next firmly in your own hands through the cultivation of ethical conduct, mental discipline, and wisdom. Okay, that was pretty good. What does any of this have to do with our everyday lives? Be good people. Be good people. I can't say it any better than that. Let's go ahead and go quickly through our positive saying for today. Here we go. When something is for you, it will feel healthy and supportive, not toxic and destructive. When something is for you, it will feel healthy and supportive, not toxic and destructive. That's all I have for you. That's all I have for you for today. Please like and subscribe to the channel so that we can keep coming back, bringing you answers to more and more crazy questions. Okay, peace.